This got the potential to play out to be pretty exciting, considering Mike Riley has had some struggles this year, but he knows this team. He knows the Pac-12 Conference. He's been around. Welcome inside our San Francisco studios. We're talking about the Foster Farms Bowl right down the street, Levi Stadium. In fact, I don't know if you're aware, it's 44.8 miles from our studios here. So, I mean, I'm just saying,
that's great, man.
You want to check it out, we're going to be able to do so. Matt Leinart, Yogi, Roth, and Mike Yam with you. I still look at some of the weapons that Jim Mora has at his disposal. I feel like all season long we're talking about one guy, and it's not just all about what the Rosen one has been able to do. Paul Perkins has been an absolute machine.
He's the best player on this team, in my opinion. Everything goes through Paul Perkins on this offense. It starts and ends with him. Listen, Nebraska's defense is good. They're a top 10 rushing defense in the country, but UCLA has to establish the run. They got to get him a bunch of carries in this game, because what that does, it takes pressure off Josh Rosen. He's still a young quarterback. He still has had growing pains this year, although he is going to be a terrific player. So I think they got to get Paul Perkins going. Also, the key for me in this game is UCLA's defense corralling and containing Tommy Armstrong, Nebraska's quarterback. This guy is Jekyll and Hyde. When he is on, he is one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the country, but when he's off, he will throw you some interceptions. He'll throw 3 or 4 in one game. So obviously UCLA is hoping to get that version of the quarterback, but they have to contain him. They have to collapse the pocket, force him to make some bad decisions.
You know, UCLA loses to SC, and the next day everybody's kind of bummed about it. Josh Rosen, Manhattan Beach guy, walks over to Jim Mora's house, plops down on his couch, and they just talk about it. And they go through the process of dealing with the pain of that loss, the Pac-12 championship on the line. I think this team, Mora, Josh Rosen, come together, and now what we said prior to this season was this would be the best team under Jim Mora. With all the injuries, obviously that didn't happen. I think next year's team is the best team, and I think they begin the campaign in this bowl game against Nebraska. Depending upon if Kenny Clark leaves or not, or Paul Perkins leaves or not, this team is going to be loaded next year. Majority of their offensive line comes back, majority of their skill position players come back. Their quarterback, you could argue, is the most talented guy in the conference, let alone the country, coming back. I think they kick the thing off, and they don't worry about a 5-7 Nebraska team. They worry about those issues. They come out and play hard-nosed football, and they don't lose 2 tough games in a row.
Take care of business. Levi Stadium against a Nebraska team that still is a college brand, even though that they did have some struggles. In fact, this Cornhusker squad lost 5 of its final 8 games. Not good news for them. Potentially great news, though, if UCLA is able to handle business. For everything that's happening around the conference, just follow us on Twitter at Pac-12 Networks.